I officially finished The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson this morning. Holy crap, was it so good. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cmoore, and this is Cmoore-Books. So I wanted to give myself a challenge this week. Set a weekly reading vlog. We're gonna do how many books can I read in the next 7 days. Currently I've finished one. I technically did start it last week, but I'm counting it because I listened to like 30% of the book this morning. I finished Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia Fairies. Oh, I loved it so much. I've already pre-ordered the second one, which doesn't come out till January. That's so long from now. How many other books am I in the middle of? I know I'm currently in the middle of 2 physical books that are sitting right next to me. So this one I've started, The Firefly Summer, which I'm definitely finishing this week. And this one I have to, because this is from my work book club. The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. But something that I'm definitely throwing in the mix that I made a spinner wheel for, if I can get my iPad to cooperate. So as a librarian, if any librarians are watching this, oh, that was not good. Libro FM, you can sign up through them and you get access to a bunch of content, like audiobooks, early through them. And I have a bunch of audiobooks that I haven't listened to yet. And I'm gonna show you my spinner wheel. See how thin those little pie pieces are? Yeah. So we're gonna pick the first audiobook in just a second, but I want to see what other books are currently in the pool right now. Because I want to finish some of them too. Finish as many as possible. I know that Pride and Prejudice is one of them, and I want to get that off my plate because I've been working on that book since January. No, December. It's worse. It was December. It was December. Oh, that device doesn't have Wi-Fi. I must give it Wi-Fi. I have a hotspot from my phone. Maybe? Possibly. Okay. Where's the one I'm looking for? There we are. I'm waiting for one of my devices to give me the notification that I can share the password with it. Oh, it doesn't want to do that. So we're gonna go on my computer and figure out what I'm reading. Because my technology is failing me right now. Or at least some of them are. Oh gosh, this is what happens when you've been up since 6 a.m. So I'm also reading the Twyford Code, which I've been in the same spot for quite a while. These Violent Delights, The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Ooh, I did not have Saber with me, so that is not happening. And then Pride and Prejudice, so. So a lot of these can happen. Maybe more. So, let us pick our first Libro FM book and get that sucker downloaded. Okay. Depending on what it is, I'm gonna have to look it up. Yep, I'm gonna have to look it up. Because I have no idea. Nope. 30. First year. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. And okay, I think this is it. My 31st Year and Other Calamities by Emily Wolfe. On her 30th birthday, Yale-educated Zoe Green was supposed to marry her high school sweetheart, pregnant with her first baby and practicing law in Chicago. Instead, she's planning an abortion and filing for divorce. Well, that turned. Zoe wants to understand why her plans failed and move on. Have sex and date while there's still time. As she navigates dysfunctional, nope, we're not saying that, and paucity of grammatically sound online dating profiles, and her paralyzing fear of aging alone, she also grapples with the pressure women feel to put others first. Ultimately, Zoe's family, friends, and incomparable therapist, and diary of never to be sent letters to her first loves, the rock band U2, help her to let go of society's constructs of female happiness and of her own. Considering some of the words that I might have skipped over in the description, I might be fast forwarding through parts of this audiobook. But we'll give it a go. But if it's, we'll give it a go, is all I'm willing to say. So I'll come back to you with an update once I've given it a try. But yeah. But one down. Who knows how many more I can get through today. We shall see. I'll let you know at the end of the day. Or when I finish another one. Sometime later today. Okay. So, I got about 3 and a smidge into the 4th chapter of my 31st Year and Other Calamities, and I'm DNFing it. There was quite a bit of profanity, and I didn't appreciate that. I especially don't like to hear it over and over and over again, especially in an audiobook, because, like, it's just not my cup of tea. And then, I know that people have very, very different of opinion on this topic, and this is just mine. But the main character, like, it starts with her having an abortion, and it shared with us in this, like, on page 7, I read some reviews, and apparently it's on page 7, but it's, like, chapter 2, that, the reason for the abortion is because, well, she's going through, like, a divorce, like, she got pregnant before the divorce, and then she decided to get the abortion, like, right before the divorce, or, right after, because, from what I gathered, the baby was gonna have, some kind of, health issues or challenges. It was never specified. And it didn't sound like she was that far along. Or I honestly don't know. But that made me really uncomfortable. That was why she chose to abort her child. If it was because of her child might have been someone with Down syndrome or something like that, or some other kind of health challenge. Because I know so many incredible people that's their life, but they're wonderful, and the world deserves to know those people. But yeah, those are just my thoughts, and I know that it's a very sensitive topic, but I just immediately like shut down I immediately just like disconnected from the character the second I heard that. And honestly, and then the character, it was supposed to be like a diary like page, but she wrote it to Bono from U2. But she's 30. So it kind of felt like the girl from like It Ends With Us writing to Ellen, but like that girl was like a teenager. So like that was still incredibly weird. But like this person's 30. It's all weird. And like the character didn't even sound like she was 30. Because like we get like flashback scenes, and her like explaining like her teenage years. Child has not grown up, from what I can tell. So yeah, great big fat DNF. So let us pick another one. Get my iPad over here. Oh, The Exhibitionist. I think this has something to do with libraries or something. Maybe? I remember a picture of like a house or something. I don't know, but we'll see if this one goes any better. Hello, friends. It is late Tuesday afternoon. I wanted to wait until I finished the book to give you an update. To make progress on The Exhibitionist, that I spun for earlier. I'm about 14% of the way. I think I stopped. I think it said that chapter 7 was beginning. It's interesting so far. I'm not sure how I feel. Other than to say that I really hate the husband. I think that's how I'm supposed to feel. In the description it says he's a narcissist, so I'm pretty sure that's how I'm supposed to feel. But yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, he's an artist, and yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. It's one of the most different books that I've ever read. Yeah. I don't have words to describe it. But I did finish my second book of the week. I finished The Firefly Summer by Morgan Matson, and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. This is making me want to read like all the Morgan Matson books right now. I have read 2 of her books. I've read Amy and Roger's playlist is something like that. Is it Road Trip Playlist? It's something to that effect. And then Second Chance Summer. That one I feel confident about. And if I'm wrong, You can feel free to put the real title on there. But I'm pretty sure the second one's Second Chance Summer. But this was so fun. Her middle grade debut, she knocked it out of the park. She literally knocked it out of the park. So it was about this girl, Rihanna. She is discovering her mother's side of the family for the first time. Her mother's side of the family has this camp. Well, it was a camp. It closed many years ago, at least like 30 years prior. And they're like, we want her to come. And there was like, her mother passed away she died when she was 3. So it was just her and her dad. And her dad had recently gotten remarried within the last like year and a half. And suddenly out of the blue that summer, like right before that summer, they got a letter from her mom's parents inviting her to come up to the camp for the summer. And so she's never, like, she did meet them when she was like younger, like when she was a baby, but she has no memory of these grandparents. And so she gets invited for the entire summer. And so like that side of the family's been going there every summer to just like hang all summer at this camp. So it's her just discovering her family roots, and there's some other mysteries. So yeah, and she finds this treasure map while she's there, as well. And she's just trying to figure out like her past and learning more about her mom. So yeah, there are moments where I laughed, I cried, gave me all the feels. So highly recommend. So I'm gonna continue listening to the exhibition. It's probably tomorrow while I'm working. I'm gonna read some of, because I have to finish this by Friday. I'll let you look at it, and The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I got some work to do. Yeah. I wish I could listen to the audiobook, but I don't like the narrator. He was putting me to sleep. And I didn't want the book to be ruined by a narrator that I was just not liking, so yeah. Also, for all you Taylor Swift and book lovers, I wanted to share this tote I bought. My sister shared it with me. She found it on Etsy. It is like the coolest thing ever. Of course, Taylor's version. I will put the link down below. I also did a book recommendations video maybe about a month ago, of a children's book, a middle grade, a YA, and adult recommendation for each one of Taylor's albums. Some of the books, if for the audience, got multiple books depending on my mood, and sometimes mid-video I was like, ooh, I thought of another one. So it is a rather long video. I will forewarn you now, but if you're like in the mood for like you're listening to a certain album and you want a book that you're like just feeling that vibe of that album, I got some pretty good suggestions, if I do say so myself. So check it out. I'll leave a link to it down below. So yeah, that is the update for now. I'm gonna read me some The Final Empire. Friday afternoon. Yeah. I feel like the days are blending together because I'm getting up so early. I hope you enjoyed that footage of the Provo Library. Oh, it was so beautiful. As a librarian, I was in heaven. I even checked if they had any openings for jobs. They do not. Oh my goodness. The door to like their story time like area, it was locked. Otherwise I totally would have gone in there to see what was up in there. So for reading update, I have finished another book. I finished Wish Tree by Catherine Applegate. In May, I read The One and Only Ruby by Catherine Applegate. Was that May or was that June? No, that was June. That was this month. Oh, holy crap. That was just like a couple weeks ago before I came here. Times, they're blending together. But it was, this was a reread for Wish Tree. It is for my tween book club. We are starting talking about the first few chapters next week. The audiobook's only like 2.5 hours long if you listen to it on normal speed. I don't remember how high of a speed I got to it, but I listened to it pretty darn quickly. Yeah, and it's just so wonderful. Just as wonderful I remember it. So it's about this tree. Her name is Red. All trees that are like her are called Red. Because that's how trees are. Like, whatever kind of tree you are, that's what you're called. There's, like, different rules for different types of animals and stuff like that. And so, like, the narrator of our story is the tree. And there's a tradition on that street that every year, people leave, wishes on this tree. Like, they tie it onto the tree. Apparently, this tradition, I can't remember the country in Europe. It's escaping me right now. But that's where the tradition came from. And one of the ancestors of someone that still lives on the street started that tradition with that tree many years before. And it has just kept going on. And so one of the families has been experiencing some attacks, feeling like they aren't wanted in the neighborhood. Not like physical attacks like against their person. Someone wrote on the tree, leave. Like, they carved into the tree. And the family that they were targeting with this message, they're Muslim. And so this story takes place in New York, post 9/11. And so it goes through and it focuses on the tree and the animals in the tree that lived inside of this tree, and the little girl from the Muslim family, and then the little boy next door, and the little girl who all she wants is just a friend. It's just such a beautiful story. I cannot recommend it enough. It will make you cry. I cried again this time through. Yeah. I also have gotten farther in the Vinyl Empire. I am in part 2. I have gotten past the 200-page mark. So I'm feeling better. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling better about finishing it by Friday for my workbook club. I am nowhere near feeling confident, but I'm feeling better. And I'm now gonna hop online for my silent book club. It's a group of people that I met through this app called Meetup. So we all just get on and we like talk about like what we're gonna read for like the first few minutes, and then we all read together in silence. Like we're all reading different things. And then like the last like 15, 20 minutes we talk about what we read and other bookish or other related things. And it's pretty awesome. So I'll leave a link to that down below, because we've had people from every like time zone in different parts of the world. We had someone from India, I think some from Ireland that joins us quite regularly. Yeah, so there's all kinds of people in different time zone. I'm joining from a different time zone this time. So yeah, we're always looking for more people to join our club, join the group. And it's a fun group, so yeah. Well, friends, I wanted to give you a late Wednesday night update. I've gotten farther in the Final Empire. I'm making progress. I'm almost to the 300-page mark. Got about 34 pages to go. That's pretty good. I'm gonna be able to do that tonight. I am in love with this book. It is so good. Yeah, like it's about this. I don't know if I've talked about this book in this vlog, but it's about like this rebellion. Like the leader, he's called the Lord Ruler. Then there's like the High Lords, and then there's like the lowly like peasants. They're called the Ska. And so like, and then there are these certain people called Mistborns, and some Mistborns are not of the Highborn people, like the Lord's houses. Let's just say that the Lords don't treat their Ska very well. So, and that's how Mistborns are graded. Or Mistings. Because Mistborns are kind of rare. But I am well into part 2 of this, and it is fantastic. And I just learned something crazy yesterday from my brother. I don't know how I didn't know this, but Brandon Sanderson, that wrote this book, apparently we're both members of the same church. He's also a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I was like, how did I not know this? Like, I was like, no, Paul, you're not. No, he's not. I was like, I feel like I know that. Then I go to his website, like under his FAQ, he talks about like why we believe what we believe, and like, but that's when I was like, holy crap, I was like, what rock have I been living under? So yeah, that was kind of a fun surprise. Yeah, and I'm just loving his writing. It's so good. But yeah, funny things you learn. Loving a new book. I've already bought the next 2. I think I shared that in an earlier clip. They both shipped. I'm so excited. They'll be waiting for me when I get back from Pennsylvania. But I'll probably have to hold myself back from starting the second one. Although it depends on how the first one ends, to be honest. And how much of my TBR ring toss I can get accomplished. So I think right now, if I finish this one, I finished 6 out of the 10. What is today? Remember what's today's date? Is today the 13th, 14th? The 14th. My goal is to have this done by Friday. So I could be sitting at 6 books done by Friday the 16th. I would be pretty impressed with myself. Although one of the other 4 books that I have to read is The Part of the Orange Tree, and that's like 800 pages. But we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to ignore that for right now. And go about our merry way. Oh, and I also did listen to more of the Exhibitionist. And I can't remember the author's name. But it is an interesting read. It's really... I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it, but all I can say is that the husband is a piece of crap. And the wife should have left him long ago, is all I'm saying. Like, any man that cheats on you while you have cancer, I think that's... oh crap, was that a spoiler? I think that's in the synopsis on Goodreads. If it's not, I'm so sorry. But yeah, she totally should have left him. Because there was other stuff. He's a total narcissist. And that is in the description. So, yeah. I think that's all the book dates. So, I'll check in with you all tomorrow. Good morning. It is Friday, June 16th. Wow. Time is just flying by this week. Just want to give you an update what I'm on my reading. I decided to DNF The Exhibitionist. I got a third of the way through it and I am just not feeling it. I am not connecting with any of the characters at all. There is a lot of infidelity and both the husband and the wife. Just because one does it doesn't mean the other has to. I apologize for the possible spoiler. Yeah, I just don't think that just because one spouse does it, like, you can leave the relationship. Like, even though it would be hard, yeah, it just makes me sad that, like, that happens in relationships. Like, if you don't want to be in that relationship, just leave. Like, cheat. There was no excuse to ever cheat. Like, ever. Never, ever, ever. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm DNFing that one. I think I'm gonna take a pause from Libra Marathon. We haven't had a good run, and my iPad is upstairs, so I can't spin my wheel. And I'm not walking up there because I might have broken maybe a few toes last night. I fell down the stairs at a friend's house last night. Yeah, I was going down. One leg stayed the normal way, then my other leg went like this, like my knee, like that, like my calf stayed the normal way, then my knee went like sideways, then my like toes like bent. Yeah. It did not feel pleasant. My knee feels fine. That was honestly the worst pain part at first. And now my second toe is the one that's bruised the most. So yeah, special. But I am loving the Vital Empire so much. I'm so close to the 400-page mark. So good. So good. Yeah. But that's where I'm at with my reading. I don't think I haven't got anywhere else in any of their books. But I'm gonna pick a new audiobook to listen to. I've got a bunch from the library. I'm thinking possibly the Thursday Murder Club. I have These Violent Delights. I also have oh no, what's it called? The Book Thief. Although the last time I tried that one, I did fall asleep after an hour. But I did have a really bad migraine that day, so that was not a fair assessment. But yeah. But I will check in with y'all later. And I might or might not have gone to urgent care by that point. We'll see. Hopefully they're not broken, but I don't exactly look pretty, so we'll see. Good. Well, it's afternoon. It's 12, technically. But it is Saturday, June 17th. I officially finished The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson this morning. Holy crap, was it so good. Oh my gosh. If you have not started the Mistborn Era 1 series, please do it. I'm so excited to get home and hoping that the other two will have shown up soon after I've arrived home from Utah, or they're already there. Because I want to start the second one like ASAP. Oh, it was just incredible. It was absolutely incredible. I tried finishing it last night. I didn't quite finish it in time for the book club. I had maybe like 150-ish, 200-ish pages left when book club started. And so I was able to participate for the most part with the book club up until like the last question. And then I was like, guys, peace out. Gotta go. You guys can discuss that last question. No spoilers from me. So yeah, but it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, I am so glad I made the decision to stop reading the audiobook or listening to the audiobook, because I did not gel with that narrator. His style was just not for me. And I think it would have ruined the experience for me, because I've had some bad narrators like ruin books for me before, and I was like, you are not gonna ruin this for me. And it was fantastic, so yeah, so excited to continue. In my grand total, I realized I didn't talk about some other books I read when I was at my friend's house. The friend's house where I fell down the stairs, yeah. So it's not looking so great. Still doesn't feel so great, but I'm still trekking along. She found these really adorable board books that are like the story of pop, rock, and rap. She doesn't have the country one because they're not like country fans, but I read those three, so I had those on my total. They were so fun. Except when I read the pop one, I by accident like skipped a page, and it was like talking about like NSYNC, and then it's like, and then Justin went on to do his own thing. So like Justin basically got like 2 pages, Justin Timberlake, and I was like, wait, where are the Backstreet Boys? I'm like, you can't talk about NSYNC without talking about the Backstreet Boys. That's not right. Then I flipped back and I was like, oh, there they are. Okay. I was like, this is not right. The Backstreet Boys are not in the story of pop. Like, are you serious? But yeah, they were in there. And I was like, whew. Yeah. So right now, my total is 8 books for the week. So I think it's 3 children's like picture books, 1 middle grade, so it's 4 of the 8, and then the rest are like adult. Yeah? I think that's right. I don't know. I'll break it down later at the end. Um, uh, so, yeah, because I counted the exhibitionist as a win. Like, I got a significant way through the book, and I'm like, hey, I spent quite a bit of time on this book, and I'm counting it. So, like the other one I DNF'd, I got maybe like a few chapters into it. I'm like, I didn't get very significantly far into that one, so I'm like, I don't feel like I can count that one. But the other one, like, yeah, I was getting close to like the fourth of the way through. No, like half a way through. Yeah, I was getting close to the halfway mark, and I was like, yeah, I'm counting you. It was sad that I was getting so close to the halfway mark, and it was just not my jam. So, but not sure what I'm gonna pick up next. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna finish the Twyford Code, which I have not picked up in a while, or I'm gonna pick up Yellowface by R. Kwong, because I've been wanting. It's just been like staring me in the face. I saw that Kara from Kara's Bookshelf got it in her birthday book haul that she tagged me in, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Every time I keep seeing it, I'm like, yes, like, it gets more and more excited to read it. So I might just read them both at the same time, like I do with all the books that I do all the time. So yeah, but I will check in when I have kept reading more. Oh, I also started the Thursday Murder Club, and it's fun already. Maybe like a few chapters into it, because I only started like late in the afternoon yesterday, during my final hours of work, and it was fun. It's fun. So they're a fun group of old elderly people. So I feel like my mom's mom would have gotten along with them. Yeah. Yeah, she would have been a hoot with those people. So yeah, check in with y'all later. Hello and happy Sunday. And happy Father's Day to all fathers out there. Got to talk to my dad with my siblings. We chatted in earlier, put up our family photo on FaceTime. Yeah, we tried to get the dog in there. In one of the photos, that she did not want to sit still in my dad's lap. She's like, why am I up here? She was not having it, but we were able to get a good photo without the dog. She was like, no, this is not where I want to be right now. Please leave me out of this. But yeah, it was really funny watching my mom and my dad trying to get the dog to sit still. It lasted all about maybe like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. But yeah, I know I was dying. But reading updates, I've gotten a little bit farther in the Twyford Code by oh my goodness, who wrote that? And my iPad doesn't have Wi-Fi right now, and I can't remember who wrote the Twyford Code. I think it's Janet Hallett, and if it's not, I apologize, but that sounds right. And the book is technically in my bag at my feet, but it feels like a lot of effort right now. Yeah, really enjoying it. I need to get back into this book before I forget too much of the story. Yeah, I need to finish it. My goal is to finish it by the end of the day. I think I'm like pretty much like the 50-page mark or 50% mark. So totally possible. And it's easily bingeable because it's like audio files. So it's like someone like speaking. So he's like recording himself, and that'll be like phone calls. So it's really, really interesting. This guy's like trying to figure out like what happened to like his teacher from when he was like in school, and he's like in his 40s or 50s or something now. And it has something to do with like this book called and I can't remember the name of the book, but it's like something with this code called the Twyford Code. Yeah, it's really, really interesting. I heard about it from Cmoore-Books. I'm really enjoying it. I also got another book by the same author. I bought it because my library didn't have it. The Mysterious Case of the Alberton Angels. I haven't picked that one up yet. But I got it because I found a good deal on the bookstore that just went out of business. I can't think of what it's called right now. Struggling right now. That's okay. Yeah. And I hit a momentous occasion. I hit just over 100 subscribers. And I was like, totally blew my mind. I was like, I feel so blessed, like, that there are people out there that want to watch my content. And I'm just so grateful for all y'all that are out there and supporting me and watching my content, and y'all are the best. Yeah. Great. So grateful to be part of this booktube family. So yeah, thank you again, and I'm still not able to fully comprehend it, so that's why no words are coming out. It's all silence, and yeah. But I think another momentous thing also happened in the course of this was I had a short of mine go, I don't know if you would call it viral, but it got over 5,000 views in less than 24 hours. It's called Book Damage Rage, and it's my dog. So she is a jumper, so she's called a Jacoby. That's like her breed. So she's a Jack Russell Terrier Beagle mix, and she can jump almost the full height of our door. And so in this video, it's her jumping. I happened to catch her jumping, barking at someone. And so I just used that, like, when someone damages one of my books, and I found a really funny sound to go with it, and I was like, holy moly, like, it's like two mind-blowing things. Hitting 100 subscribers, a little over 100 subscribers, and then a short getting over 5,000 views, and I was like, what is happening? So yeah, just really cool things are happening. So yeah, but I will check in with y'all soon. Hopefully I'll have some more book updates, and I'm hoping once I finish the Twyford Code, then I can start Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, because I am so excited to start it. So excited. But yeah, I will check in with y'all soon. Good morning. So it is Monday morning, June 19th. I am so close to finishing the Twyford Code. I decided to extend this vlog until I leave Utah, which is tomorrow. So see how many more books I can finish between today and tomorrow. The Twyford Code is definitely gonna be one of them. Because I know I'm gonna be getting up to some fun things today and tomorrow. My sister and I are going to Color Me Mine up in Sandy. So I have no idea what I'm gonna paint, but it's gonna be fun. And I am loving the Twyford Code. Things are going down. Yeah. I really like this style of writing, the mixed media type writing. So yeah, but I will check in with you all later when I finish this and probably show a little bit of painting at Color Me Mine, and yeah, should be fun. Good morning. It is June 20th. It is my last day in Utah. I just finished the Twyford Code. All I can say is wow. I'm giving 4 stars. I just didn't get that 5-star feel. Like, it was really good. But yeah, it just took me a really long time to finish it. Like, I ended up putting it like down for quite a while. That's the only reason I didn't give it 5 stars. Like, it was written really well. Did I figure it out? The mystery? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Got to the end and was like, that is not where I saw this going. The end, I'm like, wait, are there, wait, yeah. I still have questions at the end, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. If you've read it, you know. But yeah, it was really good. I'm excited to read The Mysterious Case of the Alberton Angels. I think I'm gonna try and read that one a little closer together, not in like such far apart spurts. That might help. So that might have been where I went wrong with this one. But I still really enjoyed it. So on to the next book. Not sure what that's gonna be. It could be Pride and Prejudice. Finished that thing finally. It's on my TBR ring toss. It could be the Thursday Murder Club, which is not on my TBR ring toss. Could be The Book Thief. That's because it's on my TBR ring toss. I could listen to the book that came up when I spin for another one, Libra FM, the other night that I forgot to record. Do you remember what book that was? Absolutely not. Yeah, I've got some options. But I will check in with you later on where I'm at. I realized I don't have my headphones. They're upstairs. I should probably go get those. Yeah. I will continue reading. Talk to y'all later. Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to finish off this vlog. If I look half dead, well, that's because I am. Didn't get home until close to 4 a.m. and I had to be back up at 8 a.m. to work. So here I am. It's a little after 9. I'm back on East Coast time. Definitely napping at lunch. But I wanted to wrap up what I read this week. So, I'll start off with Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, gave that 5 stars. I read The Firefly Summer by Morgan Massett and gave that 5 stars. Read Witchery by Catherine Applegate, gave that 5 stars. Read The Story of Pop, The Story of Rap, and The Story of Rock, gave 5 stars. I really loved all the books I read this week. The Exhibitionist by Charlotte Middleton. I got about a third of the way through this, and so I counted that as read, and so I didn't give that a review since I didn't fully finish it. I read The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. Holy crap, 5 stars, and I have the second and the third one over there, and they are beautiful. They came in the mail. I finished The Twyford Code by Janice Hallett, and I gave that 4 stars. It was really good. And then I read Killjoy by Holly Jackson's the prequel to the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. I forgot how much I love that series. How many books was that I read? Good grief. Hold on. I feel like that was 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that was 10. I can't count. Okay. So right now, I also started The Prior of the Orange Tree, after I finished Killjoy on the plane. I only made it to about close to the 50-page mark, but I'm enjoying it so far. Also got a good bit of the way through, maybe about like 12% through the audiobook of The Book Thief. I'm enjoying it now that I've gotten past the weird music in the beginning, which is always a plus in my book. Then I haven't gotten much farther in the Thursday Murder Club. But overall, I'm enjoying all the things that I read this week. I'm enjoying the things I'm currently reading, and hopefully I'll stay awake this morning. And thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much to all of my new subscribers, and just mind-blowing to hit 100. I have no words. Even if I was less tired, I would still have no words. Right now, words are really hard. But it's amazing. Thank you all so much. And I also want to say, remember who you are and where you live. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.